Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar here with a new video, and this is going to be discussing my uh, post-game reaction and analysis to the Cardinals Rams game that happened on Monday night. I'm sorry, and I know it's late, but I was having some electricity issues within the house Monday and Tuesday, so I decided to record this video now. I finally got power back yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So, I'm gonna do the post game reaction because it's gonna be very brief and very quick. And then I'm also gonna do playoff predictions. Where who do I have going through the divisional round, then the championship rounds, and then the Super Bowl, and who I have winning the whole thing, in my opinion, of course. So, let's go ahead and let's talk about this game. Rams Cardinals. Really, the Rams just smacked the Cardinals by a score of, I think it was 34-11. It was 34-11. Rams, just owned the Cardinals. Kyler Murray is garbage. Cliff Kingsberry is garbage. They really felt that they did not belong in the playoffs at all. The Rams, Matthew Stafford had a pretty okay game. There were some dirty hits, like the Buda Baker hit, but I think that was an accident. I think Cam Akers, didn't even realize that, Buda Baker was down. Who else got... There was another guy that just, on the Rams, that, was violent. So, really, frustrations were built up late in the game. So, we'll have to wait and see who's ready to go for the Rams. For the playoffs, and they play the Buccaneers, so I'll be talking about that here soon. But more on the Cardinals, they really shouldn't have been in the playoffs. When you lose to the Seahawks, who have nothing to play for, when you lose to the Colts, when they ultimately got eliminated, when you lose to the, who else do they lose? The 49ers, teams like that, teams that you're supposed to beat, you can't beat. You basically qualified for the playoffs due to a lot of mathematical things happening in the NFL. So you got help. You didn't win your way into the playoffs. You got help. So if you need help getting into the playoffs, then you shouldn't be in the playoffs at all. Period. So, that's my thought there. Rams, Matthew Stafford. We'll have to wait and see. How you're very up and down. Matthew Stafford, I think, for the first time in his career, got a playoff win. So congratulations go out to him. He was with the Lions organization for 12 years now, and he made it to the playoffs a few times with the Lions, but didn't get a playoff win. So it's kind of good that he got that under his belt now. The Rams, they could be Super Bowl contenders, I guess. But we'll have to wait and see if Matthew Stafford, doesn't become bad Matthew Stafford. So, let's go ahead and let's do playoff predictions. I'm done talking about that game, to be honest. Because really, the Rams just dominated offensively, defensively, special teams unit. They had some trick plays as well. What's this guy? Odell Beckham made a trick play, so I'm just, there's no need to talk about this game as much because the Rams just embarrassed the Cardinals on Monday night on the first wild card Monday night football game. So, let's do playoff predictions and then Super Bowl predictions, and then I'll talk about, who I think could win the whole thing and who I want to win the whole thing. So, let's look at the matchups for this weekend. First matchup is the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. This one's gonna be a hard one to guess because the Bengals just got their first win in over 31 years. The Titans are pretty decent, I guess. They're the number one seed in the AFC, but they've had games where they fall flat on their face. And then there's games that they look dominant. Like they dominated the Rams earlier in the season. They dominated... Who else did they dominate, to my surprise? They dominated the Chiefs. They dominated the teams like those. But then they have, slip-ups against the Jets. They have slip-up against the Jaguars. They have slip-ups against the Texans. Teams like that. So I really... this one's going to be a hard one. But I think, I wouldn't be surprised and shocked if I was wrong for this. But I'm going to give the Titans the win here. I honestly don't think that the Bengals are, rising up. They finally got their first playoff win in over 30 years. So congrats go to them. But I wouldn't be shocked if they win that game and they play very good. So, but I'm going to pick the Titans in the sole fact that the Titans have the experience. Ryan Tannehill somehow has like some powers in the playoffs or something like that. He plays very well in the playoffs. Like 2 years ago, he was able to take the Titans to the NFC Championship game. Beating the Patriots, beating who else did they beat that weekend? They beat the Ravens, who had like the top-notch rushing attack. Derrick Henry is also back. Depends on how much he's used. But so I'm gonna give the Titans the win here. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals win this game. Next game, 49ers, Packers. This is going to be an interesting one because the 49ers can beat the Packers when it matters most. The 49ers did lose to the Packers earlier in the year, but the 49ers in the playoffs, when they face the Packers, the 49ers have always come out on top. Most recently, 2 years ago, when the 49ers blew out the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, sometimes in big moments, chokes. So, like I said, let me run down some more history notes. The 49ers and the Packers, when they met up in the playoffs like 6 or 7 years ago, the 49ers were able to come away with wins. So, this one's another tough one. But, realistically, Jimmy Garoppolo, he can throw, he has the potential of throwing the game away. He almost threw the game away against the Cowboys this past weekend, and he threw away a Super Bowl 2 years ago. So I'm going to give Aaron Rodgers and the Packers the win here to move on to the NFC Championship game. I just don't like the 49ers matchup. They also have some injuries. They suffer, who knows if Nick Bosa is going to be able to go. Fred Warner, who knows if he's going to be able to go. The 49ers have another injury that I can't think of, but if that defense is banged up, basically Jimmy G and that rushing attack is going to have to do a lot, and I really don't like Jimmy G's chances. So I'm going to give the 49ers the win, not the 49ers, the Packers the win in this one. Moving on to the Sunday game, on the Sunday games, Buccaneers, Rams. I don't like Tom Brady. I really don't. So I'm going to give the Rams the win here. Now, hear me out. The reason why I'm picking the Rams to win this is that they beat and they own Tom Brady this season. Sean McVay, the defense, Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd. That defense literally smacked Tom Brady and those wide receivers. So I'm going to give the Rams here just because I really don't like Tom Brady, and I'm hoping the Rams can knock out I'm really hoping Tom Brady loses this game. We just gotta hope, if y'all are a Rams fan, and for this all intents and purposes, I'm a Rams fan for this weekend too, that Matthew Stafford doesn't commit horrible mistakes. Cam Akers is back, so maybe they can lean on the run game. They have Odell Beckham Jr. They have Cooper Kupp, the top-notch wide receiver of the season. Who else? Aaron Donald. The Rams acquired, Tom Brady's familiar face in Von Miller. Those guys faced a lot of each other when the Broncos took on the Patriots. So Von Miller, I hope, is going to drop by and say, yo, man, it's father time. Take a nap, Grandpa. Down you go. So let's see if this Rams defense can knock around Tom Brady, and then Matthew Stafford doesn't commit mistakes. So I'm going to give the Rams the win here, hoping that Tom Brady gets knocked out. And in the final game, another anticipated matchup, Bills-Chiefs. Now, This is another tough one because Patrick Mahomes is regressing year by year. Like, he lost the Super Bowl last year. He didn't start off too hot this year. You know, he lost to the Bills earlier in the year too. You know, the Bills basically beat up on the Chiefs 38-20. I remember watching that game because I think I did like a post-game reaction to that where I think I watched it. And I remember that game. Who do I have winning this one? Let's see. This was a tough one. I'm gonna give the Chiefs because the Josh Allen, like I said in my Bills post-game reaction, don't trust in Josh Allen just yet. So I'm gonna give the Chiefs the win here to move on to the AFC Championship game. Give me the Chiefs. Josh Allen is gonna find a way to is not gonna be enough. So I don't trust Josh Allen, so that's why I'm picking the Chiefs to win this one. So let's check out the matchups for the NFC Championship and AFC Championship. So it's gonna be Chiefs Titans, and then Packers Rams. So NFC champion to move on to the NFC Championship. Ooh, Packers Rams. That one's a tough one. Packers Rams. The Rams beat the Packers earlier in the year, but Aaron Rodgers chokes. But Aaron Rodgers sometimes comes in clutch. Give me the Packers. The Packers need the win. The Aaron Rodgers window is closing to win a Super Bowl, so give me the Packers. I'm gonna give the Packers the win here, and then Chiefs Titans. Chiefs are gonna go to their third Super Bowl in a row. Give me the Chiefs. Chiefs to go to their third Super Bowl, setting up a rematch in the regular season between Chiefs Packers from earlier in the season. And Packers fans, you better hope that Aaron Rodgers doesn't contract COVID with that controversy where he said that he was vaccinated, but then he meant that he was immunity or whatever it was called, and then he got suspended because of that. Or no, he caught COVID and he wasn't ready to go. That was it. You know, he didn't get suspended. He just wasn't, he was still positive when that game happened. So you had to rely on Jordan Love, but Patrick Mahomes didn't play all that good either. That game, basically, that was a low-scoring game. But I think if Aaron Rodgers is in this game, in the Super Bowl, give me Aaron Rodgers and the Packers to win the whole thing. So I say Packers win the whole thing. They beat the Chiefs. That's how Aaron Rodgers gets the second Super Bowl ring, and upgrades his status from best of all time to one of the greats, because he is one of the best out there in throwing the football. So, alright, that'll do it for my playoff predictions, y'all. That'll do it for this video as well. Let me know what you all think. Or my playoff predictions off. Y'all can debate me if y'all want. If you guys think that Tom Brady's gonna get his 8th Super Bowl, which, oh my god, if that happens, I'm gonna be miserable. Like, I really cannot stand Tom Brady and his fans. So, I'm ready for that. I'm hoping that it doesn't happen for another year. So, that'll do it, y'all. Make sure you hit that sub button on your way out. Give me a like, share the video with your friends and family, comment to let me know your thoughts. Until then, guys, keep it real. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.